Hey there, I'm coming at you with 3 energy tips that I see for the top blocks in soul purpose right now, on the planet, in your world, in your life. I'm going to cover the 3 real quick so you can see where we're going with this and you can figure out which one you need. 1, what do you do when you don't feel good? You don't feel right, energy isn't aligned, not feeling it. What do you do? I'll give you a tip for that. Second one, something happens. You were doing good, you were feeling great, and then boom, catastrophe happens. What do you do? 3, when the world is in the state it's in, when the world is in disarray, when things are a mess, what do we do? So stay tuned, figure out right now which one of those you need. Maybe it's all of them, we'll see. So for the first one, I want to cover this with you. A lot of people come to me in my profession and my work, from my communities to my clients to prospects that are coming to me, and they're like, I don't feel right. I don't feel good right now. This isn't the time for me to do things, or my manifestation's off, or I'm not making the money I want to make and should be making and was making like I was before, or how I know I can feel and how I can be. And right. So I want to break this down because I think actually, like, a lot of what we've learned, maybe unfortunately, in like the manifestation world has kind of skewed the reality and the truth here. 1, you're a human being on planet Earth. You're not always gonna feel great. You're not always gonna be on top of the world. It just is like life. We're here to experience some stuff. I call this Earth Classrooms. I write about it in my book. Go check it out. But we're here to actually experience a range of emotions, a range of experiences. And I believe they all actually lead back to soul purpose. So when someone starts opening up to me about it and sharing with me about, I'm like, tell me about that. And what did you experience here? And how did that shift you? And where did that guide you? And where did that direct you? Was that a divine detour? So that's one thing of it. But the feeling of the emotions, and it's like overcoming what you're going through, what you're feeling, and how you're showing up now is where a lot of the magic can be, right? Another thing I want to bring up real quick, I'll touch more about what I just said in the next tip, but I want you to get really clear about this. If you have connected somewhere in your brain that you're only going to make money when you feel good, that you're only going to be able to manifest abundance and money and clients and things and sales and all of these things when you feel good, you have created a condition around it. You've actually put yourself in a box again, friend. That's not expansion. That's contraction. To give a rule, a condition, to create a rule, a set of rules maybe in your body, in your mind, in your field, that you're only going to make money or feel good or attract love or whatever it is when you feel good. Good luck with that. You just walked into your latest lesson. So you need to get clear about that. You need to get clear. Ooh, have I created a condition here? Interesting, right? So that's one. Just go journal that out. You're like, oh shit. Because here's the thing. You should absolutely be able to make money when you're not having a good day, right? Why would it stop? Because you're having an emotional reaction, feeling, moment. Maybe you're having a chaotic day with the kids at home, or you just had your heart broken or something, right? Like, why should that stop in your energetic field from things going on in your business, in your world, in your life, in your abundance? That's good, right? So listen, you got to explore that. Let's segue into the next one. I'm sure I'll bounce around too, but let's just keep moving. I have a call at 1 o'clock, so I have like 20 minutes left here and I want to get it wrapped up before then. The next one is when something happens. Like, let's say you are doing great and you do feel good and you do feel on top of the world and things are going great. And then there's a death in the family. That just happened. Or there's a breakup. Or the power goes out in your town for a few days. I don't know, right? Or the kids come home sick and you had a whole week planned of what you were going to do. And now you're at home and you're probably going to get sick too. What do? So with the bigger ones here, it's going to be easier to kind of understand this with the more like chaotic or traumatic or bigger examples here, like a loss in the family, or you lost your job, or a breakup, or something that really just takes you from like, I was here and now I'm over down here. WTF. This is an opportunity to alchemize. This is an opportunity to transform. This is an opportunity to process, right? So first step, I would say, to really sit with and process what is coming up. How is it making you feel? What do you feel? What did just happen? Right? And just sitting with like what that kicked up, stirred up, brought up, called up from within you. Sit with that first, right? And then I like to explore like the residue, the energetic residue in your field, in your body, of what it has created, maybe like another line of conditioning, like for example, or another storyline. Like, well, I just lost someone in my family, so I can't launch that now. I just had a huge breakup. I can't go out and make and do that show anymore. You know what I mean? Like, what energetic, weird storyline, conditioning set of rules did you just like apply to your energy field? Because here's the truth is what you have been given is an opportunity to alchemize this intense stuff and turn it into fuel for the thing you're here to do. I know that will ruffle some feathers because some people are like, it doesn't always have to like come back to soul purpose. It doesn't have to be a work. I'm not talking about work. You know, like I'm not sitting here just talking about money. I'm teaching you really advanced energetic processes for what to do with tumultuous energy that's running through your field. Because you can either get stuck in it and let it turn into energy blocks and weird energy stories, and let it turn into disease, and let it take you off your soul purpose, which is what I would say the greater energies that don't want us to move forward on the planet will have you do, is to get stuck, get distracted, and not do the damn thing. This is going to segue perfectly to our third point, right? So alchemy. This is alchemy, right? This is like, I'm a druid. I'm a Celtic dragon. The highest level of druidry is the Celtic dragon. It's the alchemist. It's the Hierophant, right? That ability to turn something into something else. You know where this was also very helpful for me, and for those of you that are on in your soul purpose journey, was when like people would tell me, or it would be like, yo, you're never gonna pull that off. You can't do that. You need to stay focused on this. You can't leave your business over here. You need to focus on that. Wait, you just did that with your husband. Now you're leaving that and you're going off and doing your own thing. How dare you? Yo, those stories, like hearing that from friends or family or community, and or the chatter and the gossip behind the scenes of what people were saying about me, could have absolutely stopped me in my tracks. But I alchemized it and I turned it into fuel to go do the damn thing. Because what it did was I let it turn into, I had to sit with like, what is this making me feel? And what is this bringing up? And it really unlocked a deeper truth within me that I knew I had to do these things. And even if I had to go up against society to do it, I was going to do it. And then I use that as fuel to move forward. You feel me? Another one is, over the years, thank God it hasn't happened in a while, but years ago, I had, gossipers and women talking some nasty things about me. And of course it hurt in the moment. But what was amazing was how I turned it into fuel to stand in my power even more, right? And also it helped, I realized like people who talk about you, one, it's still great publicity. Yo, if people are talking about you and they're spending their energy and their time on you, see, like I've alchemized it. You know what I mean? Like, it's great. I'm like, honey, you say whatever you want. You keep telling people about me, because they get curious and they go look and they're like, wait, I like her. Uh-huh. Anyways, it also helped me clear out people in my field who can't think for themselves. Bye. I don't want that in my field. I alchemized it. So not only did I alchemize this in my body, I alchemized it in my field. I let the parameters and the energy boundaries of my own field set up, right? That it can churn. It can turn what is being given to me and sent to my field back into gold. You can send me the shit talking. I'm going to turn it into gold, baby. Right? So let's move on to the third bit. What do we do when the world is in some shit? I've been very honest and very transparent and very public about how what's going on in the world, in the angles and the places and spaces in which I see and feel called to speak on. But here's the thing, this is where I've like learned to alchemize is I necessarily am not going to be the best account to get behind one thing and use my account for that. It's actually the most potent and powerful for me to get behind helping people stand in soul purpose and do the things that they're being called to do and to step into the versions of them that they are being called to. For example, everything I just said from step 1 to step 2 to now is if you clear that up, that helps create less dissonance in your body, in your field. That helps you create less friction in your body, in your field, and on the planet. If we have less dissonance and we have less friction and we have a more healed state, a more embodied state, a more conscious state, and a more aligned state, that's actually helping the planet greatly. It's helping your families, it's helping your homes, it's helping your communities, it's helping the world around you. Me sharing this message up atop here in this building out to the town around me and onto the interwebs and into my communities and like you can feel it, right? This is why we need people behind their soul purpose. It actually creates less friction, less distortion, less tension, less disease on the planet. So are you using the fact that there's something very wrong going on the planet? Are you using the fact that there's a million things going wrong on the planet to stop you from doing your thing? When in reality, the thing you're here to do is a solution to the problem someone has on the planet. So you not doing it and not entering into the marketplace is actually holding people back. Sip. Hashtag sip. All right. This is a great quick training. This is how I speak and work with my clients. This is the type of stuff I teach. This was very like energetic today, less strategic, but you could see how this comes up in at least one either group coaching call or in one of my private sessions every week. Not to mention my husband and I are constantly on this type of conversation vibe, right? Because this is the stuff that holds you back from succeeding more, making more money, calling in abundance, aligning with the perfect things and the perfect clients and the thing, right? Okay, this will be on the podcast too. Love you so much. Come and find me. The things coming up here and now in my world, Soul Purpose Studio is here. We're not kicking off. Hopefully the ceremony, I'm hoping to have the opening ceremony on 10/10, so perfect. And that will just be an energetic ceremony and we'll kind of like, it will just be a kickoff where we talk about like the details of the program, but that Monday kicks off the 25-week experience. It's 6 months. There's 25 weeks of curriculum, steps A to Z, a strategy map from soul to strategy, from idea to creation. This stuff takes time. I tell people, if you're in my field, you can go from idea to creation in 6 months. You can talk to some other coach that says 6 days. I'm a Capricorn. I've done this with hundreds of people and I've done this hundreds of times myself. This shit takes time. We need to honor that process, right? And be realistic about that process because it's not just the strategy and implementing it and getting the thing and doing the thing, right? It's the energy and the up level and the becoming that next level version of you. Go watch my other video I had on this just recently. It's on the podcast too. If you just want to listen to it over there, it's like listening to your spirit and your soul get you to that next level and doing that next level. So when you're in that next level, the frequency changes, the path is illuminated, the next step arrives. But it's not going to arrive from back there, from you not making a decision, doing nothing in stagnation. Get what I'm saying? All right. Soul Purpose Studio, mid-October. I haven't even finished the sales page. And I have a handful of women that are like waiting for me to finish the sales page so they can come and do it. I can't wait to do this with you. And if you're like, I have the ideas, I've been doing the thing, I make the money, I need the next level, join my circle of success. It's the mastermind, the latest mastermind. I haven't done a mastermind since 2021. I'm so excited for this. This is for the next level woman. This will be for $500 a month come January. I'm opening up for 333 right now for about 7 more women. I already have 3 women in. So for 333 a month, you get 1 power hour session with me. Sometimes it's a little bit longer. And then you get Take It to the Next Level Tuesdays, which is the mastermind call for the women that are in this. And then Friday strategy and support calls with me, which is everyone in my community gets access to those. Plus the whole vault of videos and all my business courses. So love you guys so much. I hope this helps someone today, and I will see you soon. Let me stop recording over here. Bye.